Do you recognize this? This is a phone. First invented to allow people to contact each other over far distances. That then evolved into this. And then we've evolved to this, the smartphone. Now, the smartphone, since I've been in China, is my personal assistant. I do not take my wallet out of my pocket anymore to pay for anything. When I left for international teaching, the big thing in the UK at the time was contactless payments. Now I'm in Beijing. Within 1 month of moving to Beijing, I'd stopped using cards. I'd stopped using anything in my wallet. I'd stopped using cash pretty much altogether. So I'm going to show you in this video what it's like in Beijing compared to what it's like in the UK in regards to mobile phone usage. The first thing I'm obviously going to do is I'm going to order some food. Here in Beijing you have got a couple of apps such as this one. This is Waimai. The only problem is that this one is all in Chinese and I don't read Chinese. But it's really good because they have McDonald's on here, and if I did, or if I could sort of read the Chinese, I would be incredibly fat. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different one which is called Sherpas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to order some Mexican for lunch. There you go, there's Pizza Tex-Mex. It's only 294 meters away. But why would I walk that distance when someone would bring it to me? I'm going to order some chimichangas. So add to cart. Press order. Yep, there you go, 45 minutes, 71 kwai, pay. I'm going to pay with WeChat, because everything here runs through WeChat or Alipay. Job done. Now all I got to do is sit back and wait. Nom, nom, nom. So I guess this is just ordering food, but what about other things like daily life, like traveling around? Well, DJI have released their Osmo Pocket today, so I'm going to see if I can get hold of one. Come with me. First I'm going to eat this. So, one of the best ways and easiest ways to get around Beijing is the tube. However, I need to get to the tube station first, and that's when the next app comes in. This is Mobike. There's other bike sharing apps out there. Ofo, Blue Go was one. I don't know if it's still around. It kind of went under, but I still see them around. And this one tells me where the nearest bike is. And let's go find that one and utilize it. There's one. QR codes are king here. Or should I say QR codes are queen. We simply scan the QR code with the app. It should then unlock this part. And we're good to go. Let's get to the tube station. You do have to have about 6 set of eyes, mind, if you are on a bike share in Beijing. It's a bit like the wacky races. I love it. When you're done, you just rock your bike up on the side of the road and then just put that back to locked. And that cost me 1 RMB, which is like 10 pence. Okay, alright, just go across this road and then we'll be on to the station. So as I said, QR code is king here, or queen, sorry. So on to my next app. I'm now using what's called Ruby Pay. This is the one to allow me to use the subway. And there it is, my QR code, which I'm going to scan at the gate. Pay for my ride, which again is going to be like 20 pence. So here you go, here's the gates. Scan my QR code there. You can also touch NFC on that one. And we're through. Line 14. This way. So the tube runs pretty promptly in Beijing. It's not always the fastest way around, but it's definitely the one that guarantees the actual time that it tells you. Like you get a ride-hailing app, and it'll tell you like 25 minutes. It might take you 25 minutes, it might take you an hour, 25 minutes with the Beijing traffic, well, city traffic generally. On to DJI. Here it is, time to get my new toy. So yeah, here it is. Wanted one of these for a while, so I'm going to buy this today. I'll show you how we do that as well. So as I said, QR codes are king, or queen, sorry, QR codes are queen. So all we do is go into my WeChat app, I go into scan the QR code that is on here. Pop that back in there, 2499. Yeah. Once the total's in there, I just press pay. Okay, and then I pop in my PIN code, like you would at a bank. And there you go, job done. And now I have a new DJI Osmo Pocket. Let's go home and play with it. But obviously I need to get home, so I need some transportation there. Now this time I'm not going to use the tube. I'm actually going to use a ride-hailing app. Here in China, it's called Didi. It's pretty much like any other ride-hailing app that you see around the world. I let it find where I am, or the nearest pickup point. I put in my home address as to where I want to go. I'm just going to use an express because I'm not worried about being posh. So I'm just going to call them. And here we go. My ride is on his way, exactly the same as before. And now we just got to wait for Gao to come and pick us up. 2 minutes away.
OK。
The reason why these systems work so well, or these apps work so well around you, and you can run your daily life from your phone and not actually use anything else, is because they're built around two particular apps. One is WeChat, which started off as a messaging, social networking kind of app, but that's built onto it a payment platform, also a kind of Facebook platform, blogging platform. It's a bit of everything that's hashed in there. I can pay for my electric on there as well. And the other one is Alipay. So if you've heard of AliExpress or Alibaba, you would know about Alipay, or you may have heard of it. They're all the same company. Alipay started off as a payment app, and now it's trying to broach that social kind of area. But you can pay for pretty much anything on here. You have movies, flights, train tickets. You can invest money on here. You can give to charity. There's all sorts. There's so much going on in it. A lot of it is in English. Same with WeChat. A lot of it is in English, but there's still elements of it which are predominantly Chinese. Now I did have to go to a cash point today to get a wedge of Reds because I'm heading back to the UK, and I have a funny feeling I won't be able to live my life off my phone completely there. But that's what I'm going to try and do in the next one. I'm going to try to do a similar type of day where I go out and buy something and try to just use my phone. So let's head across the UK. So I'm back in the UK and I've set up Google Pay on my phone, and I've still got a bit of Christmas shopping to get done, so let's go see what happens. So I'm making my first purchase. It's some perfume for my fiance. Do you take Google Pay?
No, Apple Pay isn't working at the moment. It's like Apple Pay and Android Pay is not working.
Okay, so I'll just pay by card.
Card, yeah?
Yeah? That's not really that successful. Let's see if we can get something else. Can I try pay via Google Pay? I'm not sure if my phone will do it though. That's okay. I got a card. Lovely, thank you very much. So I was a little bit mad in there. They do accept Google Pay, but I don't think I've got the facility on my phone, which means I can't actually use Google Pay with my phone at all. So that kind of ends my ability to do that. It turns out that my phone doesn't work with Google Pay because it's a little bit cheap and a little bit old. So that means it eradicates anyone with a cheaper old phone, whereas Alipay and WeChat doesn't. As long as you've got a camera, Alipay and WeChat will work on it. Google Pay doesn't seem to be so. So instead, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go around and see who takes Google Pay. Just ask them straight up. Quick question, do you take Google Pay here?
Yeah, I believe we do.
Do you take Google Pay here?
Yeah, man.
Do you take Google Pay?
Yes.
So, Crossy, do you guys take Google Pay?
Yeah, we do.
Do you take Google Pay here?
I don't think we do, no.
Look what I found. Just got a quick question.
Yeah.
I saw you had a Union Pay finally. Take Union Pay. Do you take WeChat and Alipay as well?
We haven't been set up for that yet. We've been had a few people asking about it.
Okay. So after asking around in the UK, electronic payments via your phone is quite widely accepted via Apple Pay or Android Pay. It just doesn't seem to be as well used by most people. They're still using chip and PIN cards. Being back in the UK and using cash money as well was a weird, like almost going back in time regression kind of feeling, because paying with pieces of paper and pieces of metal just seemed a bit archaic, and I had so many pieces of metal in my pocket at one point that I actually paid for an entire meal for two of us with what I had in change, which is just bonkers. So the main difference that I could see in the UK compared to Beijing was that the integration is there in the UK, but it just doesn't seem to be that easy to use. Here, if you've got a phone with a camera and a screen, you can go about your daily business, you can buy things, you can travel around the city. You're not really hindered, whereas in the UK, if you don't have the right type of phone, then you can't do anything with your phone in terms of paying for things, unless you're buying stuff over an app. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.